Have you ever sat down and thought about JAMB? Like, why do we need to write JAMB? Why does JAMB have to decide if you get admission or not? And the big question, how did JAMB even come into the picture? In this video, I'm going to be talking about JAMB, how it all started, their responsibility, and everything you need to know about them. Just sit tight and watch to the end. By the way, my name is Telda Aruna, and on this channel, I make videos about medical school and student life, JAMB admission, self-improvement and development. So make sure you subscribe. Now back to our main topic. What is JAMB? The full meaning of JAMB is Joint Admission and Matriculation Board. It's an organization of its own and it started in 1978. Now before I continue, let's do a little history for you to understand what I want to say. Back then in the 90s, between 1948 to 1978, Nigeria only had 10 universities in existence. Names of the universities according to their year of existence were University of Ibadan, founded in 1948 in Oyo State. That was the first one. And then University of Nigeria, Nsukka, Enugu, founded in 1960. And then Obafemi Awolowo University in Ile-Ife in 1961. Then Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, Kaduna State in 1962. Then University of Lagos in 1962 also. Then followed by University of Benin in 1970, which is in Edo State. And then University of Maiduguri, Borno State in 1975. Then University of Calabar, Cross River in 1975 also. Then University of Jos, Plateau State, which is still in that 1975. Then University of Ilorin, Kwara State, all in 1975. These were the 10 universities that were in existence as of that time. Nigeria was growing fast. It wasn't long that Nigeria got her independence. So a lot of organizations were established, institutions were built, and a lot of development was going on all around the country. But there was a problem somewhere in the education sector. You see, as of that time, when you finish your secondary school and you want to further education, you have to apply for a school, then travel and write their entrance examination. Each school had its own kind of examination that they conduct for applicants. So what most people did was that they apply here and then write the entrance examination. Then they go to another school and do same thing there. They apply and write the entrance examination. So the problem here is that when the results are out, they pass and then get multiple admission. You get admission in University of Ibadan, University of Lagos, and maybe University of Calabar. Only you 3 admission, while other people couldn't even sit down for the examination because of their location. Like, if you are staying in Niger, there's no university in Niger. You have to travel down to Enugu, which is almost the closest. I don't know, but that's how it was. If you are staying in the north, you have to travel all the way to Kaduna State or Borno State, which is Maiduguri, to write entrance examination, because that's where the universities are. If you are staying around the east, you have to go to Enugu or University of Benin, and then if you are in the south, you have to travel down to Lagos or other places. So this was one of the big challenges people were also facing as of that time. People who were closer to these universities were the only ones benefiting. They even had multiple admission, while others were far away, couldn't even get access to school. And all these problems were doing more harm than good to the growth of the country. So that's where the federal government had to step in to bring a solution to this problem, and that is when JAMB came into the picture. JAMB was established in 1978 and they started organizing UME exams as a general entrance examinations for all universities that same year. The purpose of this was to unify and standardize university admissions nationwide They wanted a system that could run and oversee all admission processes in Nigerian universities. They wanted to ensure fairness in admission process and then regulate multiple admissions in different schools. They also wanted to make it a merit-based selection so that you won't just score anything and be given admission. You have to reach a cutoff mark for you to be admitted for a certain course and for a certain school. And also they wanted every student to have access to writing this exam without traveling all the way to the school. And finally, to regulate and oversee all admission process in Nigerian universities. All of this makes sense, right? Now let's talk about the evolution, how everything changed. Between 1978 to 2010, JAMB was only organizing UME exams, which stands for Unified Matriculation Examination. That entrance examination is only for universities. All other polytechnics, college of educations, school of this, school of that were not part of it. It was only for universities. People that went to polytechnics and college of educations just chose their own entrance examinations and got their admissions. But in 2010, everything changed. JAMB decided to take full control of the entrance examination for every higher institution, and that is when the UME exams was changed to UTME. Remember, the UME stands for Unified Matriculation Examination, while the UTME stands for Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, which means it's covered everything. Both universities, polytechnics, college of education, school of nursing, and any higher institution that you can think of. Now JAMB has full control over their entrance examination. And also remember this, JAMB is the organization while UTME is the examination. So I know most people have been saying, I'm going to write JAMB, but it's actually UTME. JAMB is just the organization that controls all these things, while UTME is the examination. That's why we have post-UTME and UTME. Now, fast forward to 2013, JAMB decided to transition from writing the exams in pen and paper to CBT exams, which is the computer-based that we have today. So far, JAMB has really tried in contributing to the growth of the country, even though they have experienced a lot of setbacks in the previous years, like mismatching people's information or having glitches in their results and the rest of them. But I'll still commend them because imagine how chaotic and disorganized admission process would look like if to say JAMB was never there. Even now that JAMB is still the one in control, still there are a lot of things that are not going right because admission process in Nigeria is like a wall, but they have really tried in making things work. So I'll commend them for that. Now the last thing I want to talk about is what JAMB does apart from conducting examinations and processing admissions. One of the things is direct entry. They help process the admission for direct entry students. They also help in NYSC mobilization. They verify your O-level results, which is like your WAEC, NICO, NAPTEP. If you have ever forged anything at any stage of your life, either your WAEC or your JAMB results, JAMB can trace you when you are going for NYSC, because at that point they also have to verify everything you have done before. So if you are in a category of people that like to take shortcuts, they will catch you. Now JAMB is also conducted even outside Nigeria, in places like Ghana, Cameroon, even London. You can go to Nigerian embassy in those places and apply for your JAMB examination. That's if you have been there for a while and you want to come to Nigeria and study in Nigerian universities. So that's the end of the video for today. If I've been watching to this point, just like the video and subscribe. Don't forget to share to your friends too, and I'll see you on the next one.